that is because we lack knowledge and wisdom in that area, and we are fearful. We are fearful of being alone. We are fearful of what people will say. Look at there. I'm going to use myself as an example, y'all. This is real life stuff. Every time we would go somewhere, people would say, "There go Jamie and Rollo, Jamie and Rollo." So we had then built up this thing. Something is really static and bad. But we had then built up this social status to where everybody would be like, "There go Jamie and Rollo. We finna throw down now. We finna have a good time," because we were both alcoholics and drug addicts. So now we then built up this high social value. Well, we wasn't really, we wasn't anything on the inside really. So by us having to live up to what people were saying, he had to live up to him starting to fuss with me. I had to live up to fighting on him, you know. And the pride wouldn't let us split ties. It was our pride. Nobody wanted to be the first to be told, "Oh, so y'all broke up now? Y'all going to be back together? Y'all going to be back together?" That's what I kept getting told. I got told that, as a matter of fact, for the last 7 years that I was single. I got told that probably last month. Y'all going to be back together. Y'all going to be back together. And I hadn't been with that man in 7 years. So we had a social value, and we wasn't paying attention to what was really going on between us. Instead, we let the people decide who we were. You get what I'm saying? We let people decide who we were and how we were going to act. They dictated our every move. And so when it was time to break up, the pride would kick in there. "No, you don't want to be known as a person to do that." Especially, let me tell you, especially me and mamas and stuff. Look, I'm going to ask you to mute your phone if you got noise in the background, because it's really horrible. And I can hear back feed and stuff. It's really horrible, and as I'm doing this is a live broadcast, and it's very serious. Even though it's a discussion and we're laughing and having a good time, it's still serious because we still have women out there who may come across this broadcast and hear it and be helped through it. Okay, so it was the social status that we had. We had to prove to everybody who we were, and we didn't prove to each other how much we really loved each other. If we had been proving this whole time that we loved each other, or just been loving and living and enjoying life together, the breakup wouldn't have been as hard. So that's why a lot of people stay in relationships like that out of fear of being alone in their pride.
I was always told, too, when they drinking and smoking or whatever, that's when the truth come out, how they really feel about you.
Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you something about a man. A man ain't really good at hiding anything. So the truth comes out when they're sober more than it does when they're drinking. If you actually sit there and you're in a bad relationship, if you actually sit there and look at your man and your man don't look happy, he's telling you something right there. if you know, you can catch on to little words that they say.
Yeah.
Like that.
If he's really planning a future with you, he's going to use words like "we" and let you know that he's planning this future with you. And you'll see the sincerity in his heart. You know, the windows to the soul are right there in the eyes. Right there in the eyes.
Women like that, too.
Yeah, women are like that. I'm telling you, when I got single, I went cold-hearted. I started dating. Well, I wasn't dating, but I was talking to a lot of guys. My daughter said, "Mama," and look, I'm going to be real candid with y'all. I'm going to be open with you. I got so cold-hearted to the point where it was like, how can I say this? My daughter had to put me in check. I said, I'm going out with this guy. I'm going out with that guy. She said, "Mama, do you know, I just counted how many guys you went out with this week on my fingers." And I was like, "What?" She said, 10. She said, 10 guys. You went out with 10 guys. And that got me to looking. I was like, oh, wow. Now, I wasn't having sex, but I was going out and enjoying myself. But women can turn cold-hearted, too. And then whenever a good man does come along, she won't respect him because I promise you, I went through a millionaire. that was really good to me. He was really good to me. And I went through about 5 or 6 others that were really good to me. I mean, they, was really good. And because I was just freshly hurt, I didn't pay them a bit of attention. But they should have called on when I was sitting there, because at that time I was drinking and stuff. They should have called on when I wasn't paying them no attention. So people it don't really take drinking to bring it out. People show you. You just choose to believe what you want to believe about that person. You remember we talked about the perceptions in the head and stuff? That's what you're believing, that somebody is good when they're actually treating you bad.
Yeah.
Drinking is just when it gets blew up, but it's there all along. Drinking is the part where probably they finally get the guts to say, I hate you. Get out of my life. You ruined my life. If it weren't for you, I had this, I had that. Drinking may bring that part up, but I promise you, if a man is doing that, he's already thinking that, whether he's sober or drinking. Okay, anything else, y'all?
Where is it that, when you first meet a guy, right, they come off as this gentle little creature, but no sooner than after y'all been together for a couple of months and stuff, you have relations with him, he do a whole 360, flip the script.
That's that game to lure you in.
Well, you said the key word right there. You have relations. If you're having sex with somebody, women gonna catch feelings. Women catch feelings easier through sex, especially if it's repeated sex. You may be jumping the level and he ain't on that level yet. So you have to sit back and ask yourself, did I give it up too soon?
A real man don't want sex.
Huh?
A real man don't want sex.
Can't really hear. Was it every man don't want sex?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's right. Every man don't want sex. So that's why I'm saying the women have to look at themselves and say, did I give it up too soon? Because some men will look and say, well, if she giving it up, I ain't going to turn it down. How many times have y'all heard that?
Yeah.
I'll tell you right quick, if they giving it up, I ain't going to turn it down. And then, not being nasty or nothing. But now this is just being real. Some men will say, all stuff are the same. That's what they'll say, and they'll just dive in. If you serve them up to platter, they'll just dive in and get what they want to get and leave. Bust that style. Load up and go. So if you're jumping out there too fast, then that'll happen. And they do, and a lot of men too, you said at the beginning of that, how they portrayed to be so nice and innocent. Are you sure? Women have to be sure that that's not what we want them to be, and that's how we were seeing it through our eyes, because they might have not been doing that. We have to make sure that we keep an open mind and see what it is they really want, because some men, they don't always act good when you first meet them. They show you who they are, but we don't believe them. We think we can take them home and make them that man in our head. And then when they start acting different, we want to call them a monster. But we don't check ourselves on that.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all go on and discuss now. Closed mouths don't get fed. I got a question. Well, I got a topic. Okay, we're still dealing on relationships. So do y'all think that men treat us worse because we try to compete with men?
I didn't hear your question.
Do men treat women bad because they try to compete with them? We're in the era where everybody wants to do this independent thing. Everybody wants to be independent, and The women are basically doing everything that men can do. And men, now they feel like they ain't even got to provide because we are doing all this stuff ourselves, so our men don't step up. Do y'all think that that's part of the reason why a man doesn't like us, because we don't allow him to be a man?
No.
No? Why you say no?
Because all men, some got jobs and some don't have jobs.
Uh-huh. Okay. Anybody else want to elaborate on that?
Some of them, I think sometimes it's got to do with how they were raised, because some of them can be mama boys, and then some of them can be just that kid that grew up to hate his mama, and then it reflects to that woman being that he hate his mama.
Oh, wow, that's a good point there. That's good right there. So has anybody ever dated a mama's boy? What was it like for you?
Hell.
Woo-wee. I second that emotion. Oh, my God, I second that emotion. So real.
You got the mama trying to play your friend, and all you know her son sleeping with somebody else other than you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And, we have a lot of mothers like that. And do y'all think that's mostly found with the single mothers or the family, in family?
I think it's probably single mama.
It's mostly with the single moms.
I think so. I could be wrong.
I think it's a combination.
Yeah.
It's a combination, single and with family.
Mhm.
And the reason why I say with family, because I was with a guy and his brothers had him out there doing stuff he shouldn't have been doing.
Mhm.
And the reason why I'm saying that, the family is an influence on some of the people that are in relationships.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's so true. Anybody else want to say something on that? And, I think, too, when it comes down to those mama boys, it's rough. It's rough trying to live up to someone's mother.
Yeah.
It's rough. And most women can't compete with it. And a lot of women just leave the relationship altogether or end up cheating, trying to go find, that man that will be a man and not a little boy. Not my son. Don't be trying to get up on me like you my son. Be my man. And we have a lot of men that's like that today. It's really hard to find someone. I mean, I appreciate you loving your mama. I really I appreciate you loving your mama, but you got to be a man to me. I went through that myself. So now I know the red flags. When I see that, I ain't going to lie, I just go the other way. Because it gets too hard. Because like Tammy was saying, the mothers will start dictating the relationship, ruling stuff in your house. I mean, my house got totally transferred from from being me and my taste into being his mother's taste. I mean, this guy came in my house and he started tearing down good walls and stuff to make it look like it was an old mobile home. So, I had my thing with that. I ain't quite delivered off that yet about these mama boys. Wow. And so when it comes down to it though, how many single ladies are on this line? Okay. What are some of the problems that we are running into with our men.